Welcome to Jollibee Case Study. Jollibee is the largest fast food chain in Philippines, is also a multinational corporation operating in Southeast Asia, the Middle East, North America, and Europe. This case study is for the next 6 years' growth in Jollibee. Case study will be presented under the categories of company SWOT analysis, potential markets, internal policies, proposal for the strategy to make Jollibee succeed, and at last, designed organizational structure to drive the company to its objectives.
Just to give you a reminder, the objective is to open 1,000 stores in 3 countries in 6 years. First, let us introduce you to Jollibee brand through a brief SWOT analysis. The strength is clear for us. Jollibee brand is well known by the Filipino population, but this takes us to the weakness. The brand recognition overseas is not the best, as they rely on the Filipino population. On the opportunity side, we see a large Filipino population in several countries around the world, and also an emerging fast food market in Asia. On the threats, we can see a competitive industry with high-performing brands like McDonald's. Now, in which countries are we going to invest? We selected US, China, and Japan, and we are backing up this decision with a best analysis. First, we can see the political. Even though China and Japan can be considered to have a lack of openness in the political factor, both of them and US enjoy a stable political environment, making them a great destination for direct investments. On the economic side, currently, these 3 countries are the biggest ones with the biggest GDP in the world. Additionally, those same 3 countries have the biggest fast food markets in the world, with an average CAGR of 4.5 over the last 5 years. About the social, for Jollibee, one of the most important social factors is the Filipino population outside Philippines. Due to their significant Filipino population, US and Japan should be considered as a potential market to invest in. On the other hand, we have China with the largest population in the world, making it a massive market to invest in. For the technological side, all 3 countries have a significant advantage in this side. While the US and China are well known for the adaptation of technologies in a wide variety of fields, Japan is well known for its creativity on implementation for new technologies like robots and digital services.
Now that we know the main goal and the company and the objective countries, it's time to define how we're going to do it. And we highly recommend an international with regional responsiveness strategy. It will help us to gain integration advantages by using the global platform to find the cheapest or the best countries to put the value chain of Jollibee. On the other hand, to keep autonomy production and sales force in the region, we highly recommend to have local sales and production teams setting in the countries. Now it's time to ask for regional adaptation. So we assure that the local clients or local consumers have familiar tastes or feel familiar with the locals or process of Jollibee. And of course, the home country should have the control of the global strategy so they can honor the spirit of the company. Marketing mix managed by local teams to keep a certain degree of stabilization to exploit the economies of scale, but while involving the local team in marketing campaigns should be a great policy to assure that the global strategy works in Jollibee. The second one is we highly recommend to change the policies to select new countries. Deeper analysis must be done to select countries. Being the first is not always the best option. We recommend to keep locked 90% of the menu and left 10% to adapt to local tastes. It should be seen as an investment to gain consumers. And finally, set up communication channels and controls between the international division and home company And these should be processes that must be respect between them.
And at last, the organizational structure. We have designed the Jollibee's organizational structure under two categories. One is to international operations and one is for the regional functions. The director board represent the shareholders and work alongside with the CEO to direct the company to gain maximum shareholders value. Regional directors to capture more brand value and to understand the global business behaviors and trends. And other directors will be managing respective divisions while working alongside with the common goals of the board. And the director CEO will be reporting the board on behalf of the company. He will be overlooking the top management and decision making. And further, operations and departments are organized based on their unique functionalities to ensure the smoother, productive, and efficient workflow. Regional operation structure is designed to work as a network of teams that comprise an agile operating model to ensure the productivity, quality, and reliability. With the requirement of the constantly engage with the ground level of the business, it is more effective to have an agile operational environment. As you see in the diagram, head of the operation in USA will be overlooking the regional operation, and his team will be work along together with other departments to establish both stable and dynamic elements to make executing decisions very smoothly. Thank you for listening the case study